Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is your average programmer here, back again with another video. And today I just wanted to touch upon the idea of imposter syndrome. Especially when it comes to the tech community, I see that, or I hear that imposter syndrome is a big deal. And I myself have struggled with imposter syndrome. And I just want to kind of share my experiences and what I think would help someone who's struggling with imposter syndrome. And before I get into this video, I just like to let you know that everything I say in this video is completely opinionated. I'm by no means a therapist, nor am I a psychiatrist, so don't take everything I say word for word. This is just my opinion. This is what I think of imposter syndrome. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so what exactly is imposter syndrome? So imposter syndrome is the idea that you've only succeeded due to luck and not because of your talents or qualifications. Basically means that where you are in life, especially if you're higher up in life, if you're successful, you don't think that it's because of your hard work or because of your discipline, your determination. You're not giving yourself enough credit for everything you've done in your life. So pretty much my experience with having imposter syndrome is, whenever I'm coding on a day-to-day basis, whenever I do not understand something, I kind of question myself and think to myself whether this is actually for me, whether I'm fit to be a programmer, whether I should be a programmer, whether I'm stupid. Believe it or not, I think that to myself. And just want to let you know that it's something that everyone goes through. You're not the only one that goes through it. Everyone goes through it. So I'd say just give yourself some credit for where you are in life. And let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. Now I just want to talk about what causes imposter syndrome. One of the biggest things I think causes imposter syndrome is comparing yourself to other programmers, comparing yourself to better developers, especially when you're on YouTube scrolling and you see these guys making these crazy applications, these with APIs and all this crazy stuff. Guys, the first thing I want you to know is that these guys are probably way more experienced than you, and I'm sure they've had multiple years ahead when it comes to software development. They've got more years ahead of you when it comes to software development. So of course, they're most likely going to be better than you at something. It's all in your head. I wouldn't say don't think too much about it, because again, you can't do anything about time. You can't speed up time, nor can you slow down time. It's just a matter of time until you start to understand these things and realize that the things that these guys are doing are normal. It's not witchcraft. It's not impossible. It's normal. It's normal things that you can do, that I can do, that any of us can do. It just takes time, effort, and determination to get a hold of these things. Now, another thing I think kind of causes imposter syndrome is the lack of challenging yourself. And what I want to talk about here is the fact, especially myself, I know whenever I purchase a course from Udemy, I tend to watch the course and follow along, and I feel like I'm an amazing programmer. I feel like I'm the best programmer in the world. But when I try to do that thing myself, it's like I can't even get the syntax correct. And I'm sure many of you have experienced the same thing. Just want to let you know you're not alone. We are all in this together. I feel the same way. And one thing I'd say is that doing these tutorials and following these tutorials front to back and not challenging yourself and trying to change it up a little bit kind of ruins your confidence. It takes away that aspect of you knowing that you're capable of doing this yourself. Challenging yourself is one of the best ways to grow as a person, no matter how hard it is. Challenge yourself is always going to be hard. I just want to let you know that you're not by yourself. As we move on to the next slide, I want to talk about how you can overcome imposter syndrome. First thing is to realize and understand or reflect how far you've come. Before you probably couldn't even write a for loop. Now you're writing for loops along with other different types of loops, while loops, do while loops, all these different loops and all this crazy stuff when it comes to programming. Just to understand that you've made progress. Look back and see the progress you've made, and I'm sure you'll feel a lot better. The second one, and the most important one I'd say this is to expose yourself to whatever you're scared of or whatever is causing you to have imposter syndrome. I think there's this quote that says familiarity breeds confidence. Whenever you continue to familiarize yourself with something, whether it's APIs, whenever you introduce yourself to APIs and continue to push to learn it, eventually you become confident enough and you do understand it and you do know it and you start to get the hang of it and you can do whatever you want with it. So expose yourself to whatever is causing this imposter syndrome. And honestly, this is one of the best ways to overcome imposter syndrome. It sounds kind of ironic that you have to expose yourself to your fear in order to get over the fear. But trust me, it helps out a lot. I've done it plenty of times. And I'd say I'm happy with the progress I've made. And there's a lot more to come. Now, the last thing I want to touch upon is that I want you all to understand that not everyone knows all these things. You may think that this person knows everything. You may think that this guy knows how to do this. You may think that the other guy knows how to do this. But it's just not the truth. It's just not how it works. People get stuck. People use Google. Google is probably the best resource to use if you want to understand something. And I just want you to know that you are not the only one that doesn't understand everything. No one understands everything. Even the most basic things people tend to Google. So understand that and you'll be a lot happier. And one thing I forgot to mention is that people tend to feel like they're never ready. And I just wanted to let you know that you're never going to be ready, especially when it comes to working in the real world. And I want to let you know that being ready is not a feeling. It's more so an action, because you won't really feel like you're ready ever. You have to actually throw yourself into the fire so that you can gain the experience. You can learn from whatever mistakes you made. You gain the experience and understand not to do this or to do this certain way. And it's just a matter of experiencing it and understanding that you have to actually take action in order to become more confident and to feel like you're ready, quote unquote, feel like you're ready. So again, being ready is not a feeling, it's an action. So be sure to take action. And I wanted to leave you all with this cool picture. Simple words, but they mean a ton. Be the best version of yourselves. In whatever aspects in life, imposter syndrome doesn't only pertain to the tech community, even though it's more prevalent in the tech community than probably any other field. You can apply this to any aspect of your life or career, whatever you want to call it. Become the best version of you. Stay disciplined, stay humble, continue to persevere, because it's only a matter of time before you get to that goal, before you reach that milestone of yours. And it all takes time and discipline. Time, discipline, effort. So be sure to push, to strive to become the best version of yourself. Don't compare yourself to anyone, because everyone is different. Everyone's path is different. So again, be you, be different, be the best version of yourself. If you like this video, be sure to hit a like. And if you want to stay tuned for more, be sure to subscribe so that you are alerted, and hit the alert button so you can know when my next videos are coming up, because I've got a ton more coming for you guys. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.